Hello and welcome to News of the Week. I was very disappointed to see that either local bloggers or, ironically, immigrant chavs set everything on fire in a place called newtownmountKennedy. So it turns out Irish people hate immigrants. Where did this come from? Who is the bad guy? For me, there's three parties. The first party is the racist people. The second party is the immigrants. And the third party is the government. Well, I'm never going to say the government are the good guys. What a government is that you non-consensually have to give a lot of your money to the most incompetent and laziest people on planet Earth. And so that situation is a toxic relationship that's always going to foster negativity.
Assault! That's assault!
But you might say, oh, well, they do good things with the money. Exhibit A, Ryan Tubridy's broadcasting career was paid for by you. Exhibit B, Fair City. Exhibit C, Dublin Bus. So people are pissed off that the government are inviting loads of immigrants in. I like immigrants. You have these Mexicans and they come to Ireland 10 years ago and they're here on a visa where they learn English and they can also work for about 20 hours a week, which is barely enough to survive. How do I know this? I spent my 20s in a place called Dicey's Bar. I know the fucking South American visa process inside and out. Basically a professional lawyer in that regard. And then 10 years later, they meet an Irish girl or meet a Mexican or whatever, and they buy a house in fucking Navan. You can't help but root for that, in my view. Now, the type of immigrants I don't like are the loiterers on Moore Street. You know, loitering is such a fucking weird crime. And it's a crime I never used to care about when I was poor. Now I hate it. It's a real middle class pet peeve. Why are you loitering? You know what loitering means? It means, why are you standing there existing? A lot of that goes on Moore Street. And then the third party involved is the racists. And it's really cheeky and ironic if a load of Dublin chavs went down and fucked everything up over there. And maybe the solution for this is a two-state solution. I'm thinking Ranelagh, Rathgar, Rathmines, Glendalough and Dundrum Shopping Centre. A separate state of like Crumlin, Finglas, Ballymun, Ballybrack, Cherry Orchard, and then a third state of all just the fields. The chavs can ride their horses in peace, the boggers can go to mass, then everybody's happy. All the protesters were saying Hail Marys. I mean, that is eerie. And then there was this image of, I think, what was counter-protesters, which strikes me as so strange, standing there eerily in a bit of grass. It's like, that shit is something out of Harry Potter. They look like Death Eaters. My whole political philosophy is bring good immigrants, don't bring bad immigrants. And actually also what I want to do is get rid of the shitty Irish people as well. You've got Irish people sitting around whinging about not being able to afford a house. And all they do is work 40 hours a week. Just work 80 hours a week and then you can get your house. And for the love of God, if you go to Australia for a year, we don't want to hear about it. We don't want to hear about yoga in Bali and we don't want to hear about mornings on the beach. So yeah, I think those people should be deported. What they mean when they say they can't afford a gaff is that they can't afford to go out every weekend and spend €100 on bags of cocaine and afford a gaff. Have you ever heard of sacrifice? When these people are complaining about not being able to get a house, I go, guys, just live for free in a property from your dad's Southside portfolio. And while you're saving on rent, save up for the deposit and Bob's your uncle, fucking Fanny's your aunt. What's the big deal? They go, oh, my dad doesn't have a Southside portfolio. Oh, so I go, okay, so you're telling me your dad lived through the greatest economic boom in this nation, nay, maybe this world's history, the Celtic Tiger in the 1990s, and he doesn't have a pot to piss in? Sounds like you've got bad genes. So all this working class and middle class frustration, shut the fuck up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching News of the Week. I hope you found that to be a very balanced and fair take, and I'll see you next time.